And we begin tonight with last weekend's chaos at the WM Phoenix Open after problems dominated this year's tournament. Organizers say that spectators can expect some major changes come next year. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Karima Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. After large crowds prompted the gates to close and alcohol sales to stop on Saturday, organizers say everything is now on the table to prevent similar scenes in the future.
12 News journalist Jonathan McCall is here in studio with a look at some of those possible changes. And Jonathan, what are organizers talking about?
Hey, Mark Karime, we could actually see more entrances and even limiting the hours of alcohol sales as some of those items that could be on the way starting next year. George Thimpson is the man in charge of the WM Phoenix Open and says the fun will still go on next year, but changes are on the way.
We're going to need to implement some new processes and new planning.
But problems plagued the event this year. Mother Nature with her own show leaving behind a muddy mess, causing more people to watch in fewer spaces.
It's no excuse. We own up to it. We know that Saturday wasn't perfect, and we know that there are improvements that need to be made.
Add in the alcohol and larger than expected crowds, and you can understand why officials made the decision to close gates Saturday. Some people with paid tickets even turned away.
And we try to make the best decision for the safety of all of our fans and all of our players here.
Days after the final putt, Thimpson says he and other members are doing a deep dive on what can be done better in the future to avoid the chaos on the course that saw players harassed and the event even referred to as the wasted management.
And this isn't just to alleviate any issues or of our peak days of Friday or Saturday. It's for the entire week.
During the week-long tournament, Scottsdale police arrested 54 people, ejected 200 others, and found 73 people trespassing. Among the ideas now being considered, more entrances.
Our footprint isn't getting any bigger, so we do need to take a look at how do we maximize the space that we have.
And even serving alcohol during certain hours.
And how the distribution of alcohol and food and beverage works here on course. It's definitely something that's going to be on the priority list.
He admits images of bare bellies sliding in the mud isn't a good look for one of the most attended sporting events in the world.
And a lot of them are going to come back. They understand that through our decades of history here, we've always constantly made the improvements, and we are committed more than ever to make those improvements for the player experience as well as the fan experience here.
All right, so one of the big concerns that happened on Saturday were tickets. Folks who were turned away at the gates because of those gates being closed because of that overcrowding. Today we learned that if you do have a ticket for Saturday's tournament and were turned away because of the gates being closed, you can now get a refund for that ticket. You can find details on how to get that refund on our website tonight at 12news.com. Jonathan McCall, 12 News.
Jonathan, thanks. Meanwhile,